There's some fascination about height and all this. Height and facial hair and chest hair and all this. कुछ नहीं है, बंजर जमीन है. People think I wax. They're like, no, you are lying. सारे actors wax करते हैं. करता होगा रणवीर सिंह यार. ये डाइट फॉलो करो, वो डाइट फॉलो करो, ये नहीं खाना, वो नहीं खाना. ये नहीं होता भाई, नहीं होता. मेरे को अपने चाय और कॉफी में मेरे को चीनी डालना है. अच्छा, चीनी नहीं है तो क्या स्वाद है जिंदगी में? बनता है ना यार. और उसमें भी ना ये ब्राउन ये वो फलाना. 2 चम्मच चीनी मेरे कॉफी में, मेरे चाय में डलती ही डलती है. अब कम ऑन यार, मैंने क्या जो प्लम केक नहीं खाया तो क्या यार, चिक्की खा रहा हूँ आजकल. पीनट चिक्की. पीनट की नहीं, आजकल बहुत गजब चिक्कीज मिलते हैं. सही गुलाब की पंखुड़ियों की चिक्की.
If you could go back to the 8-year-old Gulshan, what would you tell him? Thank you so much for coming. We would like to know about your childhood. You're born and brought up in Bangalore, and like,
that's right.
How were you as a child?
I was about this high first. Like yeah, and I couldn't walk. Then I started walking, and then slowly. Then I started growing really fast. So then I used to sit in the back bench.
Yeah, you were the back bench.
So because I come from a family of like 6-footers. Like my dad's side, everybody is really tall. My dad 6'1". But थोड़ी age की वजह से ऐसे मेरी height के हो गए. So I have cousins who are like 6'3" and all that. So, wow. And my mother's side को opposite. मतलब सब ऐसे 5'2", 5'3", 4'9". ये सब range में है. तो कहीं ना कहीं मैं ऐसे उठता गया फिर ब्रेक लग गई. तो 5-10, 5-11 में रफा दफा हो गया. यार एटलीस्ट 6 तो मतलब हील्स पहनता हूँ. नहीं, वो हील्स पहन के तो मैं इसीलिए हील्स पहनता हूँ.
What's your height right now?
It's actually, to be very honest, because all my life I've been lying to myself also. It's 179 centimeters. So that's about 5'10".
Oh, it's a good height.
That's a good height.
Very good
तो
height.
मतलब वो फ्रेम में तो ऐसे टांगे फैला के ही खड़े रहने रखते हैं मुझे तो so yeah, but then psychologically I think there's some fascination about height and all those things like that. Height and facial hair and chest hair and all those things. I went through all those phases. कुछ नहीं है, बंजर जमीन है. तो
you don't have to wax.
अरे कुछ नहीं. हाँ. People think I wax. They're like, no, you are lying. सारे actors wax करते हैं. ऐसे करता होगा रणवीर सिंह यार. नहीं.
Yeah. So how were you? Like, अब बचपन में आप naughty थे. You were a shy kid. Introvert.
Very introverted, very extremely shy and very carefree also. मतलब कोई भी चीज की कुछ समझ नहीं थे. I was very innocent, I think, very gullible. I was very active also, like at home.
Sports?
हाँ, sports. और घर पे भी मतलब खेल कूद वगैरह में सोफा से वो सोफा कूदना, पेड़ चढ़ के बैठना, गड्ढा खोदना. हाँ, ऐसे फालतू का गड्ढा, मतलब गड्ढा खोद दिया.
अच्छा, खोद के उसमें पानी डाल के ऐसे?
कुछ नहीं, ऐसे फिर बंद कर.
मैं वो करती थी. हाँ,
बंद नहीं किया तो फिर वो चपेट पड़ती थी. गार्डन में गड्ढा.
कितने फुट का गड्ढा.
तो एक बार पूरे पेड़ के आम गिरा दिए थे मैंने. तो ग्रोइंग अप इन बैंगलोर में तो PSU कैंपस में.
यस.
तो वहाँ पे ना जमीन तो बहुत सारी थी उनके पास में. तो हमारे जो क्वार्टर होते थे तो हमारी जो कॉर्नर वाले, लकीली बोथ द क्वार्टर्स दैट माय डैड वाज अलॉटेड वर कॉर्नर प्लॉट्स. तो आपको वो साइड वाली एक्स्ट्रा जमीन मिल जाती है. एंड देन किसी भले मानुस ने लगाए थे पेड़ वहाँ पे. आम के, अमरूद के पेड़ थे, फिर फूल पत्तों वाली पेड़ भी थे, और एक एवोकाडो ट्री भी था जो पहले वाले इसमें पीछे बैकयार्ड में. या हम लोग उसको बटर फ्रूट बुलाते हैं कूर्ग में, कोडगु में. तो इट्स आई मीन वी यूज्ड टू ट्रीट इट लाइक अ फ्रूट. हमारे लिए तो डिजर्ट की चीज थी वो. चीनी और मलाई डाल के उसको खाते थे. बट इट्स आल्सो लाइक मोस्टली यूज्ड एज अ वेजिटेबल इन लाइक नाउ. Or like in the West they use it as a vegetable. In Mexico and all that they use it with chicken and with meat also they use it. So यही मतलब हरियाली में परवरिश हुई. Bangalore has really great weather and it was even better than like in the 80s. और बहुत ही शांत जगह थी, कोई शोर शराबा नहीं, और कई सारे दोस्त थे, हम उम्र दोस्त भी थे, बड़े लोग भी थे. And multicultural था because PSUs used to have a lot of people coming from all over India to work there. So a lot of linguistically, culturally multicultural
Yes.
वो एक ही बात है ना.
I can see you can say Ahom very well. I'm from Assam.
Ahom, yeah. So lots of them kept coming and going. Like I had Punjabi neighbors, I had like people from UP and then from Gujarat, and Sindhis were there, and Telugu, Tamil, and because it's in the south, like there are lot of exposure to like the southern languages in particular. And my dad is very fluent in Malayalam. He could speak really well. My mom also, but my dad definitely. तो हर भाषा की फिल्में देखते थे. All those things, and I wasn't particularly bad at studies, but I wasn't particularly very interested in conventional studies or anything like that. History में बहुत रुचि थी मुझे, अभी भी है, like from a very academic perspective, just to understand things and all that.
Yeah, because you're curious, I guess. That's why you like history.
I think I've always been curious बचपन से.
Yeah, बचपन से.
I inherited the arts from my parents, who were both very artistically inclined. Music and then crafts, and my dad used to make things with his hands, and he was an
what
engineer.
What used to make?
मेरे craft मतलब even like कोई some craft projects होते थे, तो he used to help me out and teach me how to make
science project
में वो तो boat बनाना होता था or something like that. So he used to do stuff like that out of like chart paper, उसको काट के उसके folding techniques उन्होंने दिखाते थे कि ऐसे करना है, ये ग्लू लगाना है वगैरह वगैरह. Eventually he just used to do it himself. Like, मैं करता मतलब आप इतना अच्छा कर रहे हो, कर लो आप. हाँ, मेरे तो मतलब अच्छे मार्क्स आ जाएंगे. Mom was also like oil painting करती थी, sketches करती थी. तो I grew up in that thing, और मैं भी करता था, ये सब करता था. The thing that was different between my parents and me was that I was also very athletic. I was very, very interested in sports. खेलकूद.
What was your favorite sport?
भाला फेंक, क्रिकेट ऑफ कोर्स. लाइक वो जमाने में तो और सवाल ही नहीं है कुछ. क्रिकेट,
बैडमिंटन वगैरह
सब खेला है मैंने. बैडमिंटन, हॉकी, वॉलीबॉल. लाइक हमारे एक दोस्त हैं तिरुमलेश, उन्होंने तो भरपूर कोशिश की 2 साल मुझे वॉलीबॉल प्लेयर बनाने की. स्टेट सिलेक्शंस के लिए गया था मैं, अंडर 18 वगैरह सब पिट के आया मैं. मुंह लाल करा के आया मैं. क्रिकेट आई वाज ओके विद. स्कूल में थोड़ा बहुत मैंने कोशिश किया था. I was a very good fielder because I had good reflexes or something. I was a decent batsman, और हल्की सी swing होती थी मेरी अंदर की तरफ, because I have a bent arm, तो थोड़ा सा वो hyper extension वाला जो आजकल समझ रहे हैं ना, बुमराह का देख के hyper extension. तो वो था. But I wasn't really. I also went to high school where lot of them were really बहुत ही अच्छे players थे. Some of them even played for state. So उनके मुकाबले में समझ आने लगी कि यार तो I'm not really like anywhere close to that mark or something. Maybe if I had persisted, I could have, but then वो like वो 10th standard आने के टाइम तक तो फिर ट्यूशंस वो सब था, तो just didn't have enough time to sort of actually practice cricket or anything like that. Anyway, this is like in a nutshell. Artistically inclined, सिनेमा में बहुत रुचि थी, and particularly हिंदी सिनेमा. बचपन से मैं बड़े चाव से देखता था. हर जो सिनेमा तो मैं हर लैंग्वेज की देखता था, समझ आए ना आए.
पहली वो फिल्म कौन सी थी that inspired you? but याद नहीं है.
वो बिल्कुल याद नहीं है. I have been seeing movies since I was a child.
What was your first film that you went for the theaters? Like
I can't remember, but the one that I really remember was this Disney movie called Lady and the Tramp. मेरे पिताजी को एनिमेशन मूवीज देखने का बड़ा शौक था, तो वो मुझे लेके जाते थे सिनेमा. बाकी सब फिल्मों के लिए वो सिनेमा नहीं जाते थे, घर पे मतलब बाद में VCR या टीवी पे देखते थे. लेकिन एनिमेशन मूवीज, दैट्स एक्चुअली फ्रॉम द आई थिंक 40s 50s, काफी पुरानी फिल्म है वो, लेडी एंड द ट्रैम्प. आई मस्ट हैव सीन इट इन लाइक आई डोंट नो 84 85 समथिंग, 1984 85. तो आई थिंक स्कूल की छुट्टी नहीं थी, लेकिन पापा ने बोला चलते हैं और स्कूटर में लेके गए थे. दैट आई रिमेम्बर. आई रिमेम्बर दैट. और फिर रैम्बो फर्स्ट ब्लड आई रिमेम्बर मम्मी लेके गई थी. दैट्स बिकॉज वहाँ पे there was this BEL Kalakshetra, so they also used to have film screenings once a year. They used to have this film screenings. हर रोज एक अलग भाषा की फिल्म लगती थी, तो उसके लिए पास बनता है, तो सीजनल पास वगैरह से. So all 7 days there are films.
Wow.
तो मम्मी ने पास बनवाया था, तो one of the days was Rambo. That's the first time I watched like an English film, I think. Wow. Like action film like that, although Lady and the Tramp was an English film. So I mean, it was really fascinating because there was no exposure to such things, and suddenly you're looking at Like I didn't even know
And that
who
in Kalakshetra, like Kalakshetra.
Sylvester Stallone कौन है नहीं
Yeah.
पता था. It was really fascinating.
Yeah,
See, now we live in an age where everything is really accessible, right? I was born at a time when there was one TV channel which also didn't play stuff for 24 hours, and there was a radio which also didn't play stuff for 24 hours, and all of these things were there. They were. So these experiences always, like, I'm not saying it was better. It's definitely not. Like, I think in many ways things are definitely better now.
Yeah, absolutely.
But those remain in your mind as like really impact of those experiences.
Yes, sir. When you have less, you value it more, I think.
हाँ, जब है ही नहीं, suddenly आप चीज देख रहे हो कि ये क्या है यार?
ये क्या है?
तो मैंने वो माइकल जैक्सन के वो थ्रिलर का एक टेप होता था हमारे यहाँ, मैं सुना कि ये है क्या है अजीब है. एंड देन यू रिमेंबर अपाची इंडियन करके आया था.
अपाची इंडियन, हाँ.
सो early 90s में थोड़ा पॉपुलर हुआ था. इंडिया टूर भी किया उसने.
Yeah.
वो like Birmingham style, like he's not hip hop, he's actually like ragamuffin. It's like sort of very UK style rap of which kind of inspired by dancehall and reggae. So वैसा वाला है.
I remember they doing like
this. उसके बड़े स्टाइल वाले हेयर कट थे, इधर ब्लेड मार के आता था वो ऐसे.
Baggy clothes.
Yeah. And then that was like, and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, it's very fascinating. So that's generally how I grew up, with lot of fascinations. But I was like, मैं बहुत smart नहीं था, मैं बहुत ही gullible, easily foolable type का लड़का था.
Okay, so you said you were introvert, like a little.
And in my imagination. मैं तो अपने imagination में reality में जीना ही नहीं चाहता था.
Yeah, what all things you used to.
I was scared of reality. I think I would imagine stories.
Yeah.
अपने मन में आप ख्यालों में अपनी दुनिया बना लो.
But imaginary friends?
Friends तो नहीं थे. Imaginary world था उसमें जो वही लोग बसते थे, तो मेरे आजू बाजू थे, मेरे पेरेंट्स, मेरे जो कॉलोनी के दोस्त, मेरे क्लासमेट्स वगैरह, और मेरी एक्सटेंडेड फैमिली, उन्हीं को बसाता था मैं. Unless I was doing like रामायण महाभारत, वो अमर चित्रकथा पढ़ के पूरा रामायण महाभारत
used to enact also.
हाँ, मैं enact करता था वो सब सारे वॉर सीन्स वगैरह सब कुछ करता था अकेले. हाँ, और मैं ज्यादातर अर्जुन ही बनता था. Sometimes I would be Bhim when I felt strong.
Cute.
Yeah, but now I'm Duryodhan.
So during like those days, your mother was she in the ladies club or something? Because I have grown up in a colony setup and ladies club में भी बहुत events वगैरह होते थे, and we used to take participate करते थे.
My mother was not in the ladies club. But she used to perform plays almost every year when she was fit and able. And then she started falling sick from 84 onwards, थोड़ा सा 85 से धीरे-धीरे उनकी health खराब होने लगी थी. And then she had one resurgence in the 88, 89. Then again her health sort of went down. So her participation in cultural events and music and theatre just became like almost negligible. आजकल मेरे माताजी के नाम पे रोलिंग शील्ड दिया जाता है वहाँ पे. भारत इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स वो कॉम्पिटिशंस होते हैं ना वहाँ पे, तो वहाँ पे देयर इज अ ट्रॉफी दैट्स गिवन इन द नेम ऑफ माय मदर, पुष्पा देवैया. शी वाज वेरी बोथ माय पेरेंट्स वर वेरी पॉपुलर. एवरीबडी न्यू देम बिकॉज प्रोग्राम वगैरह होता है तो सब वही है, आपके पीएसयू वाले आके देखते हैं, भर के आते थे. सो गाने गाते थे, थिएटर करते थे, वो सब अलग अलग भाषाओं में. तो मेरे पेरेंट्स तो मतलब हिंदी में भी गाते थे, कन्नड़ा में भी गाते थे, और फिर कोडवा तक जो हमारी मातृभाषा है उसकी भी एक ग्रुप होती थी. तो वहाँ पे भी नाटक वगैरह प्राइज लेते थे, और इंटर पीएसयू कॉम्पिटिशन्स में भाग लेते थे, वो सब करते थे. सो दे वर क्वाइट वेल नोन, बोथ ऑफ देम.
ब्यूटीफुल सर. You also went to NIFT.
Yeah.
So do you also style yourself? Like I love this, your color.
I wear my own clothes now, but not for my films.
Oh yeah, of course.
मेरी निजी जिंदगी में day to day life, like I just spent some 4 outfits I changed, and finally I settled on
this. Is really, I like the palette. It's red and black is always.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of green.
Oh wow, is that Sabyasachi as well?
No, I only have like one thing that's made by Sabyasachi. That's like a belt.
Yeah.
I don't own any, and some H&M के लिए shorts बनाए थे, sold out ही हो गए थे बाकी सब. एक चड्डी मिली जो थोड़ी सी बड़ी है यार, क्या है, लेकिन I still have it though. I haven't given it to anybody. Sabyasachi had come out with a line for H&M. Just one time. So
I've heard you support a lot of local brands, like
I try and
who all are your favorite right now?
I can't remember. There is one particular, like one of my oldest association
Yeah.
is with a brand which is based in Dehradun. They make quilts and pillowcases and
Wow.
cushion covers and all that. Purukal Stri Shakti, it's called. And initially, I had a junior of mine, Kavya Timaya, who actually put me on. But then that business was taken over by somebody else, another set of women. And they employ, although they have men also working for them, it's mostly women around of that area, वहाँ के आसपास के villages के, उनको training देके वो लोग सब हाथ से बनाते हैं चीजें. Many Bollywood actors, and I think Meera Kapoor also has got a lot of stuff done. शायद Meera Kapoor. So they keep posting all of those things, and I've been a very old customer of theirs.
Yeah.
तो मैं बहुत कुछ सारे रजाइयाँ, quilts वगैरह, वो तो gifts भी बेचते रहते हैं.
Yeah.
But I try and buy as much as possible.
Absolutely.
I feel that that's the best way to support also
yeah.
sometimes that.
Yeah.
Like if you like something, you should just buy it.
No. So you have been exposed to a lot of palettes, colors, and like, you know, detailing in fabrics. So like, do you also sometimes like select apne costumes in your films?
I
Like you
don't
said
do
that you
it.
don't, but
I
again,
don't do it,
you have any
yeah.
preference that we are
No preference.
No,
I
nothing.
sometimes may have some suggestions, but then
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
see, it's a very specialized job,
Yeah.
styling, and then
Yeah.
the stylist will also work with the director as well as the DOP, director of photography, because they have color palettes and all that,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I will not be aware of completely. So I can make some suggestions, for my character as such.
Yeah.
Like while doing Guns and Gulabs, I think
Yeah.
the one time I think a lot of my suggestions were incorporated was for Guns and Gulabs, because I wanted a certain, that's a prop anyway. I
Yeah.
wanted the crank
Yeah.
wala Rampuri chaku, so
Yeah.
then they got
Yeah.
it for me, and I just gave them feedback as to how to stitch a pocket so I could keep it.
Wow.
It is a special pocket made in all of my trousers, so I could
Wow.
just put it in, so मैं easily उसको निकाल सकता था ऐसे.
Wow.
So वही था, but some practical things like that, or some minor aesthetic stuff. But generally, I don't get involved at all. In a way that it's also interesting, because sometimes you have to allow other creative people also the freedom
Yes.
to sort of
Yes.
have a vision and then try and
Yes.
make that. If something is like ultra uncomfortable that I can't wear it, it's hurting me, or it's too tight or something like that, then I would have a feedback regarding the fit.
Yes.
Mostly वो जूतों के ही होते हैं, because sometimes you have to do action.
Correct.
And you learn that the hard way. अरे जूते बड़े अच्छे हैं, and then you have to run like all day, all night actually sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you are like, oh, these shoes are not good for
Sometimes-
running at all.
Okay.
So over there, because of experience now, that I'll
Yeah.
probably have some suggestions that
Right.
maybe we'll change the style to something
Right.
depending on if I have to do a lot of action, or if I have to wear it for a long period of time
Yeah.
or something like that.
So you also style yourself regularly. Do you use colors as like according to your mood wise, or how do you see colors?
I don't think
Yeah.
like मेरा mood क्या है or something like that.
Okay.
I have a huge closet. Like I have lots of stuff that I have collected over many years.
Yeah.
I have both, all kind of like really cheap stuff also that I have bought, and thrifted items
Yeah,
also.
you like them. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have a lot of thrifted items, and then also like some expensive pieces are also part
Yeah,
of
yeah.
this one. And then I think lockdown ke time se I started investing a bit more on like trying and finding, and the algorithm on Instagram,
Yeah.
it'll pop up something, so then you also see there are a lot of like streetwear brands or
Yeah.
small fashion brands that are based out of India, and then you kind of like buy from them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even sometimes I don't even remember their names, because I
Yeah.
see them on Instagram, it's like, oh, I like this piece, and I'll just order it, and then
Yeah.
I'll forget it, and then like whenever 7-8 days later or something, the delivery will come.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't, none of the names really jump
Yeah.
to me. It's fun. I think fashion should be fun.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to criticize like other people. They like most people have stylists, and they're very happy, and it's a flourishing sort of. It's a very practical thing also for people to get stylists. You don't have to worry about it. कोई और है जो तो कर रहा है कि ये trendy है, आप पे अच्छा लगेगा ये पहनो, and all of those things. I tried that also, but then since I come from a creative background, and particularly fashion, I studied
Yes,
fashion.
yes.
I feel that I should enjoy it and curate my own wardrobe,
Yeah.
and try and even if I fail with the ensemble, that's okay. It's not somebody else's fault. I should just wear what I want.
That's fashion for you, being comfortable.
Yeah.
And like,
Comfort is a
And
state of
also-
mind. Sometimes it's not very comfortable. Like
Yeah.
these heels are not very comfortable, but
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
them. I like them
even the
because
skirt
mostly,
is not. Yeah.
mostly I'm going to be sitting down today, so
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
mind. If I was on my feet,
Yeah.
then probably I would have chosen something else.
Yeah.
My problem is that कि मेरे पास इतने सारे हैं कि कभी-कभी मैं कंफ्यूज हो जाता हूँ कि ये बुफे से
कितने
पहनना कौन सा है?
wardrobes कितने हैं आपके
बहुत है।
पास? बहुत है.
वो उसमें भी स्टफ्ड है, भर के ऐसे ठूस के भरा है मैंने, ठूस के. The real problem is sometimes making a choice. Like ये भी अच्छा है, ये भी अच्छा है, ये भी अच्छा है.
Yeah.
But usually when there is like sometimes I have themes also, like you know, if during Ulaj I was just wearing like leather stuff. I don't know why. I just felt like, you know, I have lots of leather jackets. I should just like incorporate this, and then just every day of promotions I should just wear like one leather piece and build everything around it. Aise. And then during Mard Ko Dard Nahi Hota, I commissioned an artist, Saurabh, to make prints of the characters. And then I also like used like, you know, waterproof markers to sort of write around them and make some extra drawings.
Wow.
वो सारे sweatshirts पे मैंने वो बनाए थे. 6 or 8 sweatshirts I think I got done from
And the
him.
shades, was that your idea? The dread shades?
No, that was
so good.
That was like in the sense that's Vasan only. Yeah, Vasan did that. So sometimes I incorporate some themes into like when Guns and Gulabs ki promotions chal rahi thi, so for me it was like a western, like a spaghetti western.
Yeah.
So I would wear like those cowboy boots and like, you know, hats. A lot of those hats I have some really. Most of my hats are quite expensive actually. like storing
Indian
them in
brands
Bombay.
or like
No, they are from. Most of them are. Some of them are. Actually, the really good ones are all from London. They're exceptional quality.
Yeah.
Really good, but they're also very expensive.
Which one is the most expensive one you have? Okay, let's not.
Some of them are quite expensive. They are like pieces that you will keep for life because they're really in good quality. पहले तो पैसे नहीं होते तो सस्ते ऐसे ज़रा का हैट पहन लेता था मैं.
Zara.
Now no, there's nothing wrong with Zara. It's like great. I think my jeans, this particular shirt that I think is Zara.
So you also did theatre. You used to do a lot of theatres, but you stopped doing live shows right now. Why do you think so?
I was, I mean, बचपन से मैं stage पे था, so I was very used to being on stage, and I learned and practiced the craft also, like you know. Because I couldn't go to like theatre school or like drama school or acting school.
Yeah.
So then I would just learn. I would just borrow books from people, read them, or try some things at the rehearsal process. Or many directors, खासकर year 2000, 2001 से 2008 तक जो Bangalore में मेरी जो हो रही थी, but theatre, lot of the craft evolve हुआ because I got an opportunity to work with some directors who were very generous, who taught me a lot of things, who exposed me to different things, and their libraries also. I also met a lot of people. I also saw a lot of theatre. I saw some really great artists perform, like Adil Hussain or Vinay Kumar. So all of these people were like huge influences on me, you know. And I wanted to be as good as them, and I wanted to learn. Sab absorb kar raha tha main.
Yeah.
At some point, I think I started to realize that I'm not enjoying being on stage anymore. नहीं हो रहा मुझसे. I just can't do it anymore.
Exhausting, yeah. क्या?
I don't know. It's just like the fun aspect of it. It used to be a lot of fun. I just don't have. In fact, I have more fun on a film set. I really like being on a film set.
Yeah.
And trying to find my composure in a chaotic environment, and then staying in character and figuring out a scene, the blocking, the technical aspects. I really, really thrive and enjoy these things. I mean, I can do takes for, even if I given a good take, if they want another one, I'll do it. Unless I'm not well. If I'm not well, then I'm not very patient.
Do you push yourself to work when you're not well?
Not really.
I
want to go home. Please cut me home. I want to sleep. Go
meet my cats.
दवाई खा के सोना जाता हूँ. Not at all. I'm not like Kalki. Kalki is the opposite. Kalki will be like,
herself.
Yeah. She's a very tough woman.
Yeah, I love her.
So I just lost interest, and then I felt that I'm being dishonest because theatre gave me so much. It gave me an opportunity.
Yeah.
Theatre is my teacher. I can't really be dishonest, I thought. So I stopped.
Get it. So you also stopped like styling also. Did you like start?
I wasn't a stylist at all. I don't
No.
think I'm very good at styling. I was a designer. I used to design stuff. Yeah, very specific items I used to design. And styling is a specialized job.
Yes.
It's really a specialized. Even when big fashion brands also, many of the really huge international designers also have stylists who actually put pieces together for them.
Yeah.
It's a very specialized job.
So once you were advised that you should always, work with great directors, be very choosy about work. So do you think that has, that has helped you for sure? But
I can't remember who advised me, but I don't think I've received any.
but you were never worried for the survival part because our industry is so brutal, right? So, but yet, you are very talented,
is.
but yeah.
No, talent has nothing to do with whether you will work or not.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
two very separate things. Like
Yeah.
you have to work on your craft.
Yes.
You have to keep like finding ways to get better, learn new things, new skills, or keep polishing your skills. And even if it's the same skill, the more you do it, the more easier it will become. Like for example, when you are learning how to play cricket, in the beginning you have to learn a particular stroke or a particular delivery very deliberately. You say my fingers have to be like this, my wrist has to be cocked in like that, if I want an outswinger like that, or if I whatever, seam position, ball. And same thing with batting, you have to very deliberately practice, or any sport, tennis, I have to hold a racket like this. But then the more you keep doing it, you hit it 10,000 times, 20,000 times, and then you don't have to think.
Right.
The moment you see the ball, you know what you want to play because so it's like that. So acting is also like that. The more you do it, the more you keep practicing. Sometimes it just, you don't have to think. It's the whole, I think there's so much attention given to preparation and very deliberate practice and all that. But with experience, you also get this ability where you are so used to performing, you don't really have to think. It just you react, and you will be in character, and that comes from experience and repetition.
Correct.
So that is a separate thing. But if you want to have a career, you have to work on it separately. It's just really a separate thing, because opportunities, finding the right opportunities, putting yourself in a place where you could get those opportunities. Identifying, like many people identify certain people, ki these directors, these writers, or inke saath kaam karna hai, they have a list or something like that. All of these things, I'm not saying that these things are good, they're separate. So this should develop separately. I don't think I was advised by anybody, but I think I just knew that I had to be a certain way that works for me. So I just didn't do too many auditions. I saved myself. I wouldn't go at all. Like I would do 1 or 2 auditions a month. People would do 30, 35 a day.
Yeah.
At that time when I moved in 2008, they would do 30, 35 a day. I know people who do 300 auditions in a month. At that time. आजकल का तो पता नहीं. आजकल तो बहुत systemized हो गया है. The databases and all exist right now. वो time पे वो शुरू हो रहा था. Just about formalizing. So it was just I just felt that it's exhausting. I can't do it. I have to choose. हाँ ठीक है, मैं इसका audition देता हूँ, उसका audition. So I go. Then you get lucky. Then you get an opportunity.
Yeah.
When you get an opportunity, you have to be ready.
Right.
To make something out of that opportunity. So I think my whole focus was on that. I'll wait. When the opportunity comes, I'll give it everything.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of worked for me.
Yeah.
But that's my way.
Yeah.
Now, for you or for somebody else, you have to find, because you're as a person, you're different. Your experiences are different. Your ambitions may be different. So you have to find your own way. There is a cookie cutter system that really works also. So you can either do that, or you can fine tune it to sort of suit yourself. It helps if you have clarity. मैं 20 साल की उम्र में आता तो शायद इतनी clarity नहीं होती. I came when I was 30 years old. And I had a fair amount of life experience, and I had done business, I handled projects on my own and all that. So some sense of some confidence that I lacked when I was a young boy. I told you I was very gullible and all that.
Yeah.
So I was a bit more confident कि I will find my way. I will figure it out.
Right.
वो था. Which is there in a lot of young people. I worked with 20, 21-year-olds who are very sorted.
Right.
I wasn't. But I needed time.
Yeah, we all are in a way figuring out. We don't always I feel हाँ हमें समझ में नहीं आता हमेशा कि okay fine this is what it is. We always need more or like
Yeah.
we look for more. क्या पता इससे भी better हो जाए or like.
हो सकता है, but it helps if you have clarity.
Yeah, yeah.
I think finding the balance is very difficult, and because
Correct.
everybody's balance is different. You have to be sure, and but also leave room to change.
Absolutely.
But if somebody is constantly changing all the time, then you don't really settle in. You'll always be like कि ना इधर उधर ये सब try किया. So you should have some clarity. And you know, some people believe in destiny, some people believe that it's written or something.
Right,
But
right.
it's okay. All of these perspectives are valid.
Yeah.
For me, it was like I choose to be an actor.
Yes.
Now what do I have to do?
Yes.
And I discovered that I had the aptitude to learn to be an actor.
Yeah.
So that worked out in my favor.
Correct.
And then you figure things out.
Right, right. So, like, how did you meet Anurag Kashyap, sir? Like, what was the first meeting?
Because once I moved to Bombay,
Yeah.
Kalki was friends with a lot of my common friends.
Okay.
So then my circle became that. तो
Okay,
मेरे दोनों
alright.
मेरे फ्लैटमेट्स कल्की के दोस्त थे. तो
Okay.
वो घर आती थी हमारे साथ चिल करने के लिए. हम लोग बाहर जाते थे, खाने पीने पे जाते थे. तो
Right.
एक पहली बार अनुराग से मिला था.
Yeah.
He had organized in Fun Republic का ऊपर एक स्क्रीनिंग ये है.
Okay.
So he had 5 की स्क्रीनिंग करवा रहे थे वो. वो
5,
जमाने में करते थे. It was this unreleased film.
Yeah.
Every now and then he used to do. So Kalki said, called a whole bunch of friends you call. Anurag had said they weren't married, they were dating at that time.
Okay.
2008 की बात है.
Yeah.
So then, because I was friends with her friends,
Yes.
all of us went there. That's the first time.
Yeah. Lovely, lovely.
Yeah, that's the first time. But वो जान पहचान नहीं हो पाई.
Yeah.
And slowly, I think we met and I became more close friends with Kalki and all that. So then वो घर आना जाना सब रहता था. So then we got a bit acquainted.
So you knew Kalki before you moved to Bombay or after?
I had met her before I moved to Bombay, but I didn't know her. So like मेरे पास उसका नंबर ये उसका एड्रेस पर कुछ नहीं था.
Yeah.
हम लोग दोस्त नहीं थे. एक दो बार मेरे नाटक देखने आई थी because she was friends with other people. And I think इधर आने से कुछ 1.5-2 महीना पहले हमारे एक नाटक के बाद we'd hung out. Her brother used to have a place in Bangalore. So she like नाटक के बाद करना क्या है? So like चलो आ जाओ मेरे भाई का घर है. We can go there and we can just like hang out or something.
Yeah.
तो वहाँ पे गए थे. He had cooked some food. रातातुई बनाई थी उसने. सब लोग खाने खा के ऐसे गप्पे वप्पे मार रहे थे. गाने वाने सुन रहे थे. डांस वांस कर रहे थे. वो वैसी.
Yeah.
So that was the first time. But I didn't know her. Like
Okay.
first time I really hung out with her.
Okay.
But she was really good friends with like some other people. She had also like studied with some of them. No, she had not studied with some of them, but she knew them. Like she, I don't know how she knew all
She
those
was
things.
quite active in the. Yeah.
तो मैं मुंबई शिफ्ट हुआ तो then because of I knew some people and they were really good friends with Kalki. तो मेरा वो मैं किसी और को नहीं जानता था.
Yeah.
So that and वो थिएटर सर्कल ही था हमारा.
Okay. Okay.
तो ऐसे आप 2 लोगों को जानते हो थिएटर में, वो 2 लोग 4 लोगों को जानते हैं. तो ऐसे नेटवर्किंग ऐसे होता है. So then we became friends. She used to come home. I mean, we became friends by default, not because like hey we should be friends.
Yeah.
कि इतना आना जाना रहता था एक दूसरे के घर में. So it was like given कि हाँ हम सब लोग दोस्त ही हैं.
Yeah, I like her. She gives out a very good aura, very friendly, and like I like her.
Yeah, she's. I mean, I know her really well.
Yeah.
And there are things about her that people don't know, and it's really like she's very tough.
Yeah.
She's very strong and. She's incredible. I call her the incredible Kalkster.
Yeah, you also mentioned she goes to work also while she's unwell also sometimes.
वो कुछ ज़्यादा ही करती है. 2-3 बार तो मैं जब स्मोक की शूटिंग हो रही थी तो डेंगू हो गया था उसको. तो मैं जाता था उसको गाड़ी में लेके क्लिनिक and she used to get her IV and then bring her back to the hotel and put her to bed and so.
You're such a good friend. Nice.
I mean, she's. I mean, दोस्तों के अब यही अब सोचते नहीं है आप लोग. ये सब तो फैमिली दोस्तों के लिए अब हो जाता है. वो सोच के नहीं करते कि करना है. हो जाता है.
Who all are your good friends, like best friends in the industry?
अभी तो
family like हो गया सब.
नहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है. दोस्ती है. I have a very small circle. I don't really.
Alright.
और वो और ऐसे सब माइक्रो सर्कल होता जा रहा है. I'm friendly with a lot of people. अभी नाम लेके क्या किसी का नाम छूट गया तो वो लोग मेरा नाम नहीं लिया.
अच्छा ठीक है, let's not do that. I get it now.
Friendly with a lot of people and then a lot of people are friends with me.
Yeah.
But then it's a very like मन से दिल से it's a very small circle. Of course, Kali Roy, my wife, my partner, she's my best friend. So that's the closest and the most special, and the strongest bond is there with her, of course.
Yeah.
And Kalki, of course, I've known her. Like, and I have
Yeah.
a lot of warmth and affection for Kalki.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you like food a lot? You like food
I
a
do
lot.
like food.
Yeah. Do you like to cook as well?
I
Yeah.
really, yeah.
What is that dish that you like to cook and feed your friends?
Lauki and mutton together. Yeah.
Together?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. We also mix lauki and duck meat back in Assam, so that's a good combination.
I think it must have like subconsciously come from that. I watch a lot of like videos online about cooking or something like that.
achha.
And because mom used to not be very well, so I was just used to like, cooking in the house. Ki, कुछ तो बनाना है आज, but इतना ध्यान नहीं देता था.
Yeah.
The moment I started looking at it as a creative process, I think I started enjoying it more. And then मुंबई शिफ्ट होने के बाद तो वही है कि ये है मेरे पास, अभी इसमें क्या बन सकता है. So then I don't know any recipes.
Yeah?
I don't know any recipes.
Oh, I thought, okay.
I have my own recipes because I'll open the cupboard and say कि मेरे पास ये है, अच्छा short grain rice है मेरे पास, या मेरे पास रवा है, या मेरे पास ये है.
Yeah.
इससे क्या बन सकता है, स्पाइसेस इतने ही है मेरे पास. So sometimes it's just restrictions also that kind of compels you to sort of be creative and use it differently.
Absolutely.
So I don't like using too much spices and all that. So now I'm learning all this in brining and techniques and all that. वो in the brine.
Yeah.
वो सब वो मैं cook कर रहा हूँ. Sometimes I overdo it. I leave it for like 48 hours and then I'm like it's too salty. So it's a trial and error.
Yes, sir.
थोड़ा सा पैसा waste होता है, but I do enjoy whenever I have free time.
Yeah.
Although I have a cook who works in my house.
Yeah.
She ends up just cutting onions.
So are you also on OMAD right now, 1 meal a day?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Christmas time पे थोड़ा सा cheat किया मैं, but
yeah.
come on यार, मैंने क्या जो plum cake नहीं खाया तो क्या यार.
Are you like also a biohacker? Because
Not at all.
Because I know your age and you don't look like your age.
I'm not a biohacker at all. Like I have not dyed my hair, but usually it's just like a dyed hair. I don't know. I think it's just like at least 50% to genetics ही है, what you inherit. The other 50% is like your lifestyle and the choices that you make, I suppose. So sometimes too much importance is given to like this biohacking, and the biohacking is very expensive, by the way. You know, that guy who's that biohacker, the very world famous biohacker, वो कुछ ऐसे $2 million per year का उसका budget है biohacking का, or something like that. ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है, कम भी हो सकता है. मैं बोल रहा हूँ $100,000 भी है तो it's really unaffordable for pretty much the rest of the world. So
yeah,
I don't know. Like
I think 1 meal a day is very good for biohacking. Or like
I don't look at it as
light.
biohacking. It's not really biohacking. You know why I do it?
Why you do it?
Because it's automatic portion control.
Yeah.
Because I like eating.
Yeah.
अब क्या होता है ना कि ये डाइट फॉलो करो, वो डाइट फॉलो करो, ये नहीं खाना, वो नहीं खाना, कैलोरीज में वो सब करके कोशिश करके मैंने हाथ ऊपर खड़े कर लिए. ये नहीं होता भाई मुझसे, नहीं होता. I want to enjoy. ठीक है, मेरे को अपने चाय और कॉफी में मेरे को चीनी डालना है. अच्छा, चीनी नहीं है तो क्या स्वाद है जिंदगी में.
So you add sugar.
हाँ, थोड़ा सा तो मतलब बनता है ना यार. और उसमें भी ना ये ब्राउन में ये वो फलाना कुछ नहीं. 2 चम्मच चीनी मेरे कॉफी में, मेरे चाय में डलती है. ठीक है. सो आई जस्ट रिस्ट्रिक्टेड इट टू कि जो भी करना है, मिठाई खानी है आपको, वो 1 टाइम खा लो.
Correct.
वो सब इन दैट 1 विंडो यू डू इट. और उसको थोड़ा ठोक बजा के आई हैव मेड इट suitable for myself.
Right.
So I start with raw foods first because I really eating fruits and salads I like. So because they ferment in your stomach, so you have to eat it पहले, and then the cooked foods, and then your carb and protein sources or whatever. And last में मिठाई तो चिक्की खा रहा हूँ आजकल मैं.
चिक्की, पीनट चिक्की.
पीनट की नहीं, आजकल बहुत गजब चिक्कीज मिलते हैं. गुलाब की पंखुड़ियों की चिक्की, पिस्ताशियोस की चिक्की, फैंसी टाइप के.
Nice.
But nothing beats the good old fashioned peanut chikkis.
Peanut chikkis, no? So yes, sir.
Kadle mithai, we call it. Kadle mithai.
Okay, so coming back to a little bit about your work. So you often choose unconventional or a little morally complex characters.
Yeah.
So what excites you while choosing or playing those roles? Like, I love what you choose and what you have chosen so far, but you as an actor, because I've seen a lot of actors choosing morally correct or like, अच्छा मेरा character तो ऐसा नहीं करेगा. So yeah, how and like, what
Morality
inspires?
is definitely there. I do have
Yeah.
a sense of morality, and sometimes I can't really accept certain realities about a character. And
Correct.
one of the things that I have learned as an actor is also that you have to submit to the character and to the script and the writing. 100%. You have to
Correct.
submit to it. So if you're not able to do that, then you'll never be able to truthfully play that character.
Do you empathize with your character?
You don't have to. You have to accept it.
Accept it the way it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to just accept it that this is the reality of the character. So whatever it is, if it's violent or if he's a good person or like okay person or whatever it is, you have to like 10th fail, 12th pass. What you have to accept it that ki wo reality hai.
Correct.
ठीक है?
Correct.
If you're not able to do so, for
Yeah.
me, I
Yeah.
don't do it. I'm not doing this part because
Alright.
there is something about this character. वो कुछ भी हो सकता है.
Right.
There is something about this character that I cannot accept. अगर वो एक शंका आई मन में तो उसको मैं करता ही नहीं.
अच्छा, पहले ही
आई
रिजेक्ट.
एम लिटिल बिट लकी ऑल्सो कि मैं जिंदगी में ऐसा करना नहीं पड़ा कि मजबूरी है कुछ.
नहीं
हाँ,
सर.
तो मतलब आगे हो सकते हैं बट आई मीन आई डोंट जज पीपल जो मजबूरी के लिए काम करना पड़ता है. आई डोंट जज एट ऑल. हर किसी की कोई ना कोई सब मतलब जरूरत होती है.
Yeah.
One shouldn't really like go take those things too seriously and
Yeah.
too much in depth.
Yeah.
So I have insulated myself to some extent कि मुझे मजबूरी के लिए काम नहीं करना पड़ता. So I'm like if I have a small doubt about the character, I can't accept it, I won't do it. There is no real formula or anything like that to choose the type of characters. I think certain characters interest me.
Gut feeling से आप चाहते
I
हो?
think it's it's just
Intuition,
interesting.
yeah,
Like I want to do this. Either
Yeah.
it's I don't know how I'm going to do this, or
Yeah.
like I know I have a very strong idea as to how to do this or something. They just
Right.
seem more interesting.
Right.
It's like that. There's no real logic to it or anything like that.
Right.
I also don't really chase and hustle for parts. I make the best of what comes to me.
Yeah.
मेरे पास आता है तो I'm like ठीक है इसको इसमें कौन सा करना है कौन सा नहीं करना है. There is one more factor that I also put in, but sometimes certain projects or certain characters are very interesting.
Yeah.
But the project may not be very good for my career. I also see that this has to be मतलब पीछे की तरफ नहीं लेके जाना है मेरे को.
So आप eagle eye view से कैसे देख रहे थे? Because later on you get to know, but initially how did you get to know कि this character I'm not liking this character?
You get a sense
you
for
get
it,
the
like
sense.
immediately when you're reading it or like you get a sense.
Ask the right
for-
questions.
And
Yeah.
sometimes when in doubt I say no only. Like if
Yeah.
something is there, I'm like it's interesting, but
Yeah.
ऐसा आया तो then I let it. I'm like do I have some time?
Yeah.
Can I just let it stew inside me for
Yeah.
like a week, 10 days, maybe a
Yeah.
month? Consistently, if I'm still not sure, then I'd rather not do it.
And you've also used prosthetics on your face for ghost stories.
Yeah.
So
On the whole body.
whole body, yeah. Yes, sir. Entire body.
Really tough to pee.
So that's like कितने घंटा लगता था for that
I
get
think
up?
2.5 to 3 hours to get into it, and
Yeah.
then about 1.5 hours to get out of it.
Oh my god. Oh
And
my
they
god.
use a lot of like alcohol to remove all the glue, and that just dries your skin. And then
Oh my god.
we were shooting in some remote village in like almost Gujarat.
Yeah.
वहाँ पे कुछ नहीं था, तो I just took like my moisturizer that much I need to some monsoon time पे भी ज़्यादा जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है, तो एक दिन में खत्म हो गया.
So how you used to kill your time? Like आप phone नहीं देख सकते. Like as you are very imaginative. How
किल करने के लिए बहुत टाइम है. वो सब पहनने के बाद में चिल किल नहीं है, चिल करना होता है. मतलब ये 2-3 टेक करके आए हैं फिर आपको एंड देन वो कॉन्टैक्ट लेंसेस लगाए थे, वो हर 20 मिनट में ड्रॉप्स डालना होता है, अदरवाइज योर आई विल. एंड दोस कॉन्टैक्ट लेंसेस आर नॉट ओनली द होल आई.
Yeah.
So they had painted the lenses and it also impairs your vision.
Vision, हाँ.
And it's nice bright light दिखता है आपको,
Yeah.
but dark में कुछ नहीं समझ में आता because it's all they've painted all those lines and it's hand painted.
Oh my god.
So and then they cover the entire eye, the eyelashes, because they have to paint all the veins and everything like that. So सिर्फ वो normal वाले contact lenses अपने जो iris पे होता है ना, वो नहीं था. पूरे आंख में बड़ा सा ऐसे होता है. और वो एक डॉक्टर साहब है वहाँ पे, वो लगाते थे और वो ड्रॉप्स भी डालते थे. कभी कभी उनको ढूंढना पड़ता था, 20 मिनट हो गया यार, किधर है डॉक्टर, कहाँ है, चाय पे रहा सर उधर. एंड देन फिर वो आता है भाग के कि ड्रॉप्स ने, नो प्रॉब्लम सर, समटाइम्स 5 मिनट्स लेट.
But it's
तो फिर 20 मिनट की बोला, हर 20 मिनट पे लगाने को बोला.
Yes, sir. So even in Mad Kudarni Hota, you had to switch between two personalities. Like, how did you prep for it on the set? क्या आप like for this character?
I
You
had
were
like
like
4
quite
months to
quiet,
prepare
or
for
like
it.
4 months
About
for this?
four months. Mostly a lot of preparation went into like for Mani, who's the
Money. Yeah.
Langda karate master.
Yeah.
I knew that Jimmy was like a bit more freer, as in like
Yeah.
Jimmy's character is such that whichever space he's there, he's the guy who is of high status in that space, in any circumstance.
Alright, yeah.
So वो तो script में ही है given.
Yeah.
So he can do, and he's also like a very volatile, very unpredictable character. वो कुछ भी कर सकता है. मैं कुछ भी कर सकता है. It's very liberating when you have that sort of characters.
Yeah.
You can really push the boundaries. You can do anything. You can gesture. You can suddenly start speaking in a different voice, or कुछ भी कर सकता है. So I spent most of the time preparing Mani. कि ये ऐसा है. This man, he's drinking himself to that. उसको और कोई ambition नहीं है life में. पी के मर रहा है. वो वही है. And I had this analogy of the two street dogs. दोनों एक जैसे दिखते हैं.
हाँ.
जिम्मी वो कुत्ता है जो पूरा गली में ऊपर से नीचे भागेगा, बोलेगा दिस स्ट्रीट इज माइन, मैं इधर का है, राजा है, ये गली मेरी है, तू कौन है. हाँ. और मणि वो वही जुड़वा कुत्ता है जो एक गोनी रहती है, वहीं पे पड़ा रहता है पूरा दिन, उधर से उठता नहीं है. एनी टाइम यू वॉक बाय अगर देखोगे तो मणि पड़ा रहेगा उधर, वो गोनी के ऊपर. सो दैट थिंग हेल्प मी सॉर्ट ऑफ क्रिएट दीज टू कैरेक्टर्स हु आर द सेम, but they have very different attitudes on the same street.
On the same street.
है तो जुड़वा भाई ना.
जुड़वा भाई.
Yeah, but Mani, it was a physical preparation because I had to learn how to like do things in one leg.
Yeah.
Learn how to fight and.
Knee injury भी था ना आपका तब तो you had.
सर्जरी हो गया था नहीं.
Yeah.
वासन बोला कि पैर चूज कर ले, कौन से पैर से किक मरेगा. मैं बोला ये तो अभी सर्जरी करा के आया हूँ गुरु, 4 महीने हुए हैं, फिजियोथेरेपी चल रहा है इसका अभी भी. तो मैं I learn how to do it with the left leg.
You were too good.
Thank you.
Extremely good. Yeah.
No, we had time and it was a real pleasure to sort of get that much time also to sort of develop something. वो luxury है, वो मिलता नहीं है. Usually you don't get that much time to prep. Like that was official time. It's not like work that I did on my own.
Yeah.
Like we were like practicing for 4 months. We were working with like a Pratik Parmar. Who just exposed us to like different kinds of martial arts and physical conditioning, and also how to fight in front of the camera. And then Eric and Dennis, they came over. I mean, Dennis, rest in peace. He died tragically last year, but they came over and they had designed the action pieces, and it was a real pleasure working with them also.
Yeah.
They took such care of us.
Yeah.
So that we didn't get injured. Not one injury. I got injured a lot of times. I even cut open my hand while training. But you learn from your mistakes. I got dehydrated one day. That was the closest. 3 liter 3 liter electrolyte पीना पड़ा.
Sir, you have also openly spoken about the heartbreaks of projects not releasing after years of work. So how do you take it? Like, have you accepted
have to let it go.
You just have to let it go now.
I mean, it's hard in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because also people like, see, again, I don't want to talk about what people should do. I started to see that, when you start pinning hopes on something.
Yeah.
I want people to see this, ye dekhe, ye kuch.
Yeah.
So then it becomes very result oriented.
Correct.
So I just started
detached.
to practice not being result oriented. Enjoy if you're getting to do something and you have decided you want to do this, enjoy it. Then once it's over, let it go. It's not up to you.
Yeah.
It's not up to you.
So in real life also you detach.
See, like I'm here talking to you right now.
Right.
I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah.
If you don't air this, it's okay. Because that's a result.
Yeah.
I want this interaction to be as fun as possible.
Yes.
Given the circumstances.
Yes.
That's it.
And also, you have also said that box office success is empowering, but shouldn't define you. I think that also comes under the same philosophy.
Hit flop तो चलता रहता है. हाँ.
हाँ.
अच्छा है, good.
Yeah, but I've loved you in all of your.
Thank you.
It's too good.
That's it. I think that I have so much fun. I love acting. I decided to become an actor, and I discovered I was good at it, and I'm getting better at it, and that's it. I'm just really having fun artistically also, and also curating my career.
So yes, Kantara marked your first Kannada film, and you performed in your mother tongue as well. So was it very comforting, or like how did you feel like this is?
My mother tongue actually is Kodotak, technicality. I'm sorry. Okay. I don't mean to like be like nothing like that. All languages are my languages. भारत की हर भाषा मेरी भाषा है. मैं हर भाषा बोल नहीं पाता हूँ लेकिन. तो I am from Karnataka. Like
Yes.
Kodagu is part of Karnataka, and then I grew up speaking and growing up in that language in Kannada for 30 years of my life, and that language is very much part of me. It's there in me. It's under my skin. It's in my head. It's on my tongue, and all that. But technically my mother tongue is Kodavatak or Kurgi, which is my mother tongue, which is a different language altogether. It's a very small language.
Okay.
But yeah, Kannada is the language of the land I was born in.
Yes. Did you feel emotional about it?
Not at all. My association with the film had nothing to do with language or culture or anything.
Absolutely.
I found it interesting. I really admire Rishabh.
Yes.
We've tried to, he's offered me stuff before, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So it was only a matter of time that something would work out, and I was thrilled to bits. And I kind of had an instinct that he'll call me for when chapter 1 was, I mean, initially we thought it was going to be a sequel. Okay. But it became a prequel. I didn't know anything. I had no idea of like any of the other Kantaras or anything. I had no idea. But I had a feeling that he'll probably, if he's making another one, he'll call me. And he did.
Nice. So were there any moment in the film while shooting, because Kantara for me is very spiritual, like, you know, because I also believe in that energy, and were there any experiences on the set where you felt like,
not for me,
not for you,
personally I didn't have, but while watching I had.
While watching,
it's just really, it's because it's very immersive.
Yeah,
it's very immersive. It just really pulls you in, like, you know, no matter like what your belief system is and all that. See, that is the magic of cinema, right? Right. If it's engaging, then it will pull you in. So that's what happened. Like that's happened during the first film also. Like, you know, and it just really makes you feel like that, and you start to feel the tingling sensation. Right. And it's the visuals and the performance and the music, and it's just like, it just draws you in. And that's it, and then you go with it. You go with the flow. I mean, you don't, like, you know, try to question it or anything like that. That's the whole cinematic experience.
I have recently watched Perfect Family.
Oh, you watched the whole thing?
5 episodes, 5 to 6. I'm gonna complete.
Thank you for buying. Because only the 3 are free, and then this is a YouTube subscription model, and it's doing quite well actually. Oh,
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
And then you bought the subscription.
Yes, we bought it.
So yeah, thank you.
It's so sweet, sir. So what made you say yes to that project also? Because even though it feels like a comedy show, there are layers to human emotions, human psychology, and those are very fragile emotions that is also very important for us to see. Why did you say yes to a project like this?
I just liked the vision that Sachin had for the show. Sachin was the director. He was not a writer. It was directed by Palak and Adhiraj. Correct. But even before I read it, I just met Sachin, and then he said, like, you know, this is a show. It was called Therapy. It's about a family, and like, you know, like any other family, and halwai hai, Delhi ke hain, aise hain, शादीशुदा है, बेटे को गले पे नहीं बैठना है, उसको अर्ली करना है. So all of these things are very relatable. It's not like anything new. We don't talk about anything that is very new in terms of family dynamics. It's very common actually for most families to have this kind of a dynamic, particularly for like a reasonably large family. मतलब perfect family तो ऐसे इतनी भी large नहीं है, but है, मतलब भाई बहन है, फिर she's also married here, फिर बच्चे हैं, और and the patriarch of the family is like the all conquering hero कि मैं सब कुछ मुझे ही देखना है, and all those things. The whole father-son tension that you have, and fathers struggling to know to sort of be parents, like they haven't figured it out, and women who come from other families struggling to fit into this new family is very relatable. Yes. So, but over this, I mean, ये तो मैं अभी बता रहा हूँ ऐसे. These are the things that really are the good aspects of the show. But I really liked the vision that Sachin had. Yes. When I met him first, and he had he had a clarity, he had a vision that this is what I want it to be. Correct. I want it to be accessible. I don't want it to be preachy. Right. Because it can get very preachy, even with like the way it is. It depends on the perspective that the storyteller chooses, right? Yeah. And he's like, I want it to be funny, but I don't want it to be only funny. Voice, he needs a voice. Yeah, and which is why I think he chose actors who are like Manoj ji and Seema ji. They do comedies also, but they're also very, very good dramatic actors. Absolutely. So I think the choice of cast was also was such a, I think MC Mukesh Chabra was casting for it. Yeah. So he got us all together. Yeah, yeah. So it was also actors who give out a certain image.
Yeah.
Like, हाँ ये तो मतलब ये बरेली की बर्फी है, so Manoj Pawar तो से comedy. But then suddenly they'll pull you into
I know,
like a
right?
dramatic scene.
I know.
So I like that vision that Sachin had for this.
Yeah, I mean, each and every character had its own track, and then again, it was.
Yeah, I think he's a very good director, and
it's very nicely written.
He's
show,
mostly
sir.
learnt the trade with Nishikant Kamath. He's worked extensively with Nishi sir, who's no more, who's not with us. But I think that's where the training came from, and I could see also like all the technical knowledge that he had imbibed from Nishi sir.
Yeah. It's a very well researched also. I mean, I feel
That credit goes to the writers,
Yeah.
Palak and Adhiraj.
Yeah.
And I think Palak was the main, the concept is hers. I think they have like done whatever research. I'm not really aware of how extensive and to what extent is the research. Even if you don't do research, these are very in the sense, sometimes you don't have answers, right? Like, why am I, like some people are angry.
Yeah.
Why am I angry? People don't know why they're angry. Like, why am I angry? Like, what is making me angry? यार कुछ नहीं है.
Yeah.
Why is somebody an alcoholic? अरे नहीं उसको शराब पसंद है. नहीं शराब तो बहुत लोगों को पसंद है लेकिन हर कोई पी के नहीं मरता ना.
Yeah.
Then what is it?
What coping mechanism?
Yeah. Why is it a coping mechanism? What are you coping from? So these are questions that are unanswered for most people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people figure it out. Some people figure it out when it's too late. Some people figure it out like pretty early also. So I think these topics, it's just like kind of it's there in all the families and in a very relatable way. It's sort of.
Yes.
So I think that was Sachin's vision, that I don't want it to be like कि oh shit like कि ये क्या बोल रहे हो कि थेरेपी ये सब क्या है, वो तो सर के ऊपर जा रहा है, सब हमें जरूरत नहीं है थेरेपी की.
बहुत अच्छा शो है सर. There's this moment, I mean, मुझे बहुत funny लगा ये.
By the way, थेरेपी हर किसी को जरूरत नहीं है. I'm not an advocate that कि everybody should do therapy or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not. But you should try and find answers to like why you are the way you are. Why sometimes you are upset. Why certain things make you mad.
Why it makes you anxious.
Why are you angry at your parents?
Yeah, why? Absolutely. I mean, you don't have an answer, but again, subconsciously there's this trigger. So there's this moment in the show where your wife, she is telling you that, okay, I want to work. There's this first time she says and you avoid her, and then the second time you're avoiding her, and the third time escalation ho jata hai and you react, and you both are in the car, and I could see on your face that you know what she's trying to tell you and you're not listening to her. And then cut to your music system, but you're playing that Buddhist chant. I'm like, arey yaar, this is so funny and yet so relatable. I mean, was that your idea to put on that? That was all written, because
it was all scripted.
Yeah.
Everything that we did, we only interpreted the text, me and Girija.
Yeah.
But all of these things were written. There was, I don't think that we improvised any of those things.
Yeah. This is beautiful, sir. So you've worked across films, web shows, theatre. So what format allows you to explore that films don't? Like, which one is your favorite medium right now? Films only?
Feature films.
Feature films is your favorite?
बचपन का प्यार है वो, तो मतलब कोई लॉजिक नहीं है उसका. हो गया प्यार तो हो गया.
Feature films, okay.
हाँ मतलब वैसे मरना ही है अभी तो. जो कोई देखे ना देखे हम फीचर फिल्म करेंगे. हम तो मतलब ये जानिसार कर देंगे इस पे, वो तो बंद ही नहीं होगा. लोग आए देखने के लिए, नहीं देखने के लिए, हम तो मर मिटने के लिए तैयार हैं. हम तो मतलब हर साल कोई ना कोई फीचर फिल्म लेके हम लोग थिएटर्स में जाते हैं. ये साल तो निकल गए हम लोग कांतारा की वजह से, लेकिन इससे पहले वाले साल में तो मर मिट गए थे. That's definitely, it's just an emotional thing. It has nothing to do with the format or anything like that. That's I grew up being influenced by cinema. I fantasized about being in cinema, and then now you have longer formats also, which can be a lot of fun. You can stay with the character, you can have longer arcs.
Yes.
You can also explore multiple characters and multiple arcs and parallel arcs and all that.
Web shows.
So feature length mein, in the long format.
Long format.
Long format. So, or series formats or whatever, serialized. So that gives definitely an opportunity for, you don't have to have one protagonist. Like you take any, say, Mirzapur, if you take, no, there's no one protagonist in Mirzapur.
Yeah.
All of these characters have their own thing, and then it explored. And sometimes even secondary characters also are given certain episodes where you highlight their, like you get to know who they are, where they come from, and all that. So these kind of perspectives and multiple tracks is possible in long format, which cinema में भी possible है, but वो फिर वो restricted हो जाता है because you have to like, I mean, I know there are 3.5 hour movies, but anything more than that is a bit of a drag. It's really difficult also to sort of sit continuously for that period of time, and then you have to go into part 1, part 2, and the whole business model of the theatrical release is very different, and it's not as empowering as the long format storytelling. So you can actually focus on multiple characters also.
Correct, sir.
Game of Thrones is another popular show. It's a great example because it's not really about one character.
So जैसा आपने अनुराग कश्यप सर के साथ काम किया है, दिबाकर बैनर्जी के साथ किया है, so किसका process आपको अच्छा लगा है? Like when it comes to briefing or like telling about your character or the workshop,
they all are very different.
How different are they?
The whole experience is very different, and I really like that it's not the same. I always have to sort of tailor myself to sort of suit their sensibilities a little bit, and I really like that because it pushes me also in different directions.
Right.
And I'll end up doing something that I wouldn't have thought of. Or, that's really there. Dibakar is a very, I think, all-round, like, he's good at everything. Like, he's fantastic, right? He's really like one of the best writers. He's one of the best directors. He's one of the best storytellers.
Right.
So some people are really good directors, but they're not very good storytellers. But they know how to direct like actors or like that particular scene. Technically, वो ये उनका होता है. But I think he's really like well versed, and he thinks all of these things from a very all-round perspective. Most complete directors, because you read his script and you're like, wow, this is really great. You don't want to change anything.
You don't want to feel like improv.
So it's very different. Like Anurag has a more impulsive process. Like I mean, I haven't worked with him recently we worked as actors, but not as a director actor. So I don't know how he is, but there was a lot of scope for devising and discovering things.
Yes.
And a lot of his where he's not so like well versed, I think other heads of department like the DOP or somebody would really sort of bring that in. So it's and that experience it's not about right or wrong.
Okay.
It's not about like Dibakar being better or Anurag being worse or anything.
No,
none of those.
Just different.
They all have their different processes, and all of these things are. I mean, that's why I said like I want to enjoy the journey more, because you get to sort of work in such contrasting styles sometimes.
So you have also mentioned that long time back you were invited at Shah Rukh's party.
2012.
2012 and
February 2012.
Wow, you remember the date? Wow. Month. So you felt like you didn't belong there or something?
I was
like,
very
why?
uncomfortable.
I mean,
because I was very new to the business and then the industry, and I was like, it was my first year. 2011 was my first year. So this was I think it was not February, it was a little before that. There are Filmfare nominations night, जहाँ पे nominations announce होते हैं or something. Correct. Like that, and I just didn't. I'd come prepared to be an actor, like, but to be yourself among all of these people was something that I was unprepared.
Plus you're very introvert also.
I felt so uncomfortable. Like, what the hell am I doing in Shah Rukh Khan's house? Like, I mean, I have no like business being here. Times it was like that. I felt very uncomfortable, and it's not his fault. He's the most. He's lovely, generous, magnanimous, and charismatic, charming person.
Yes.
And he didn't do anything. In fact, I think he made me feel comfortable, but I was uncomfortable. कि मैं यहाँ क्या कर रहा हूँ? I don't deserve to be here. So this is again a mindset thing.
Yes.
If you think you don't deserve to be there, then you don't. If you feel that you have to find your place here, then you will find your space. So I think that realization happened after that night. It took some time. ऐसे immediately नहीं हुआ, लेकिन ऐसे हुआ कि किरदारों के पीछे तो मैं छुप रहा हूँ. I'm hiding behind characters and I'm performing in front of the camera and all those things. But Gulshan is so uncomfortable. Being Gulshan in this world, I have to find my place. I like, this is where I belong here. If I feel I don't belong here, then why would anybody else feel I would belong here? कि मैं खुद ही नहीं feel कर रहा इतना uncomfortable. So then you find ways to sort of get over that social anxiety and that need for being introverted or something like that, and you find a way. So now
you're fine.
अभी भी होता है sometimes, like really. You get a little bit like I met Rahul Dravid like I think few weeks back and Sunil Gavaskar. मैं तो बोलती बंद हो गई. वो एक बार तो वो बगल में बैठे थे मेरे प्लेन में, and I was like, क्या कुछ I was like, I don't deserve to sit next to him types. होता है तो I thought कि मैं sort out हो गया, अभी मैं ऐसे सीख लिया. So but then sometimes
but again, there's something bigger than what you have.
No, I think the value that you have for who those people are, that's what it is. And then you start to feel, I'm like, if I want to do something, if I want to work here, then I can't keep feeling like this consistently. That has nothing to do with, treating yourself as an equal or anything. You have to give respect to them because they are high achievers. They deserve that, and that's the right thing to do. But then you also have to find your own comfort.
Right.
To be in this world. If you want to first learn how to survive, then thrive.
Yeah. When did you realize that?
So it's an ongoing process.
Hana.
That's what I'm saying. No, sometimes I don't know. I think I'm all prepared, and suddenly I'll encounter somebody, and you'll be like,
oh,
एक बार
this is not enough.
I think Kajol को देख लिया था. I think वो Sonakshi's wedding party was there, and I didn't meet her, but then she just walked by, and I was like, oh my god, she looks amazing. Like she just stunning, and she was wearing a sari, and it was मेरे तोते उड़ गए मेरे. Yeah.
So do you go to a lot of Bollywood parties? Like, do you like going?
Not a lot, but then I try and go as much. एकदम मतलब नहीं. I don't go to these parties भी नहीं करता हूँ. Sometimes when I'm interested. तो if I feel like हाँ जाना है तो मैं जाता हूँ. Award functions में थोड़ा बोर हो गया.
Award functions, you don't go? You
बोर हो गया हूँ भी.
I know.
I don't find it that interesting. I mean, unless I feel like there's this outfit I want to wear, then I'll probably wear that outfit and go. Yeah, but otherwise, it used to be a place where I could also meet people you don't know, and then you get to chat with them. You get to get to know people a little better. That also is not happening abhi. So अब आपके जानकार लोग भी आते हैं चले जाते हैं, रुकते ही नहीं है. 3-3.5 घंटा बैठना पड़ता है. तो then you're like, now वो हो गया. अभी तो 15 साल हो गए ना. शुरू में तो पूरा बैठता था.
No.
I used to show up even before red carpet was starting, and then until the last award करके okay bye टाटा.
You're very punctual, that we.
और वो यहाँ बगल में देखो तो कुछ नहीं है. बेंच वार्म सीट वार्मर्स भी उठ के चले गए. कब तक बैठता था मैं.
I know that you're very punctual. Like ये कहाँ से आया? Is this from your?
Because I was very unpunctual. So then I decided to make a change.
And when was it? Like recent years?
ये तो मुंबई शिफ्ट होने से just पहले की बात है. I was really all over the place. Like really. कुछ नहीं. कोई भी टाइम पे सो जाओ, कहीं भी खा लो, कुछ भी कर लो, कोई भी खाना, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. कोई ये नहीं था. So then I had to make a change, and psychologically I had to sort of get into some kind of a discipline. And then when you're able to do certain things consistently and you feel good about yourself also, that कि हाँ ये I managed to turn it around.
Yes, sir.
I was not always like this. Not always. This is something I was like, if I have to be a professional, if I have to be taken seriously as a professional, there are certain things that I have to fix. There are certain things, the work ethic, and then punctuality in the quality of work, how I work with people, my interactions with people, how conducive, how I can create conducive environments for people to sort of work with me. So these are a hallmark of a good professional. They're very basics. Showing up on time का ना, अरे he shows up on time ऐसे कहते हैं. I am very surprised because this should be a given. This should not be something that कि अरे wow you showed up on time, because we are so used to people not showing up on time. So somebody time पे आते हैं तो it's like almost कि medal दे देना चाहिए उनको. But नहीं है. But this is such a basic thing. It's like the white t-shirt of a wardrobe. Everybody has one. Showing up on time is the white t-shirt of being a professional. It's the most basic requirement.
I'm gonna use that.
It is the most basic requirement.
Yes, sir. So is there any misconception about you that people think like that? I mean, कुछ है क्या ऐसा? Because
I don't know.
me,
maybe they think that I like doing all these dark roles or something. There's no particular fascination with it. It's just that I think some of my majority of my roles are slightly on the grayer side, and are villains and all that. But I don't have any particular fascination to do these kind of roles. I think that may be a slight misconception.
But do you enjoy playing these roles also?
I enjoy playing all of these roles. I enjoy playing Devilal as much as I enjoyed playing Atmaram.
So you have spoken about being a little underconfident, but again, how do you handle the self-doubt thing? Like, do you still...
You have to deal with it.
Like, how do you process it?
You have to, you have to ask yourself questions. Why is this self-doubt? Where is this coming from?
Right.
Why
right,
is this
right.
like that? What is it? Is it the fear of judgment, fear of failure?
Yeah.
It can be like, and you have to get to the bottom of it. And it's
Correct.
sometimes it can be, it gets easier with time and practice. It gets easier, but you have to deal with it. You can't brush it on the carpet, or you blame others. That's one thing also that I stopped doing. That doesn't mean that I will put up with injustice, but I'm just saying that sometimes my circumstances are not other people's problem. I may be contributing to where I am myself also, with my behavior, with my inabilities or whatever, or insecurities. So I have to overcome those people. It's not those problems. It's not other people's. Like, it's not the prerogative of somebody else to give me that. Come, we will give you this opportunity. Do you see this silver platter? On this silver platter, this is the golden egg. This is for you.
I like
we
how
expect that. Like, almost is like, and then it's so much complaining everywhere. People are always complaining, ऐसा नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है, ये नहीं है, वो ऐसा करते हैं, ये ऐसा करते हैं. मेरे को नहीं करना है complaint.
I love how authentic and honest you are. That is.
This is who I am. This is me यार. मैं बाकी सब आप लोग अपनी जिंदगी जैसी मर्जी जी लो. लेकिन मेरे को नहीं बनना है. I don't want to be this bitter person who's saying like, I should have had this career, I should have had that opportunity. इन लोगों ने मेरे साथ ऐसे किया. पर हुआ है. ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं हुआ है. कि I have felt betrayed and like, and all of those things can happen and all. But
it's life.
I don't want to whine and cry about it. And blame other people for my circumstances. I will not do that. But this should not be confused for I will put up with injustice. और बहुत ना लोग ना कुछ मैंने बोल दिया कि वो बहुत बेसिक लेवल पे लेके हाँ तो मतलब लोग कुछ भी करें, आपको मारे पीटे, आप कुछ नहीं करेंगे. नहीं, ये नहीं कर रहा हूँ, बेवकूफ.
Okay, sir.
जो ऐसे लोग कहते हैं वो बेवकूफ लोग हैं, उनसे बात ही नहीं करना है.
Yes, sir. So again, coming to Kantara, like how was working with Rishabh Shetty? Like how did he brief you about the character? कैसे आपने prepare किया? क्या briefing किया?
They gave me a narration. Yeah. We didn't have extensive workshop. We had like about 4-5 days in which we did like costume trials and makeup trials and wig trials and all those things. Muchi trial, dadi trial, वो सब किया था. They came online because we were in different cities, so they gave him and the writers, they gave me an overview of like ये story होने वाली है and everything. And then once we had all the agreements in place, and then I went over to Kundapura, where their entire setup was there. They'd been working there for years. They had also a particular company over there had also built a huge floor, AC floor for them, a massive AC floor, so we could have really controlled environment and all that. Indoor sets. So पूरा जो मेरा पैलेस का था वो सब था. And there were outdoor sets also. वो सब construction चल रहा था वो टाइम पे. So I do speak Kannada, but this is a particular kind of Kannada from the coastal
different accent.
Karavali Bhasha we call it. It's Mangalore. This is a very Mangalore style Kannada. It's not even Kundapura. They speak slightly different type of Kannada. So which is different to Tulu, which is a completely different language. But this film by choice is in Kannada, so that for its wider reach, and that too because in Mangalore style Kannada. So I had to practice a little bit because some words and some sentence constructions are a little different to how other Kannada speakers speak. So these are very particular to to which I found it really like I wanted to find the equivalent of that in Hindi while doing the dubbing, and I think it just didn't happen. Every language, every dialect has something that's very unique to it. And then this Mangalore Bhasha has this thing, has that thing. They have this thing which I just like. I have to find.
Yes, sir. So recently I saw this spotting video of yours. Okay, I laugh about it whenever I think. So आप गए थे वहाँ पे, they were like reporters and they were like अच्छा क्या करना है and like अच्छा garbage have bottle do, and the last was like
whatever I had seen, I just
केक काटना है, bottle अच्छा तो कूलर पे पियो. I'm like क्या escalation.
I don't know, all of these reels that I might have seen, I just like remembered कि कोई तो down to earth का trend चल रहा है. हर किसी एक्टर को down to earth, मैं भी बनेगा. तुम लोग क्या down to earth? मैं भी down to earth हूँ. तुम ऐसे कूड़ा उठा के फेंक रहे हो.
कोई बोलता है plastic.
Somebody had and I remember some actors and actresses also like cutting cake and sharing it with them or something like that. See, it's just like a little bit of satire.
Yes, I loved him.
See, I'll tell you what happened that day.
Yeah.
I showed up to that place again on time. मैं तो अंदर चला गया था और मैं बाहर बुलाया नहीं सर वो बाहर वाला सेक्शन सो वो लोग सब आए अंदर से बाहर अपने सब फोन कैमरा सब है ऐसे लाइक सब आप उधर से आइए सो इट वाज कंप्लीटली इट वाज ऑल मेड अप and I didn't know this was going to happen so I was like okay anyway this is all made up तो मैं भी I'll also play along मैं करूँ क्या so I'll do something.
It's very authentically unauthentic thing.
I just thought of it on the spot. I was like,
it's too good.
मेरे को तो वैसे भी पैप्स फॉलो नहीं करते जब भी करते हैं तो मैं कुछ उठपटांग करके ही जाऊंगा.
कूलर में पियो पानी. I'm like what?
नहीं उन्होंने बुलाया था 12 और उसके बाद सब लोग अंदर आए फिर हमने वीडियो शूट किया अंदर ऐसे सिट डाउन इंटरव्यू किया.
My God.
Sometimes this guy doesn't tell me like you know he's like paps are waiting outside. Ahmed. So फिर मुझे जाना पड़ता है बाहर and then I'm like again like मैं वो क्या कैसा है मेरा hair cut or something I don't know sometimes I'm like.
I would like to talk to you about your film 8 AM Metro. That is my favorite film of yours. I'm so sorry.
It's also my dad's favorite film of mine.
That film is so close to my heart. I don't know, somehow I can relate to your character so much. Especially in that moment when मुझे दो montages बहुत clearly अच्छे लगे. एक तो climax का montage है where you hold the book and then cut to you let go the clothes of your family and then you at the end take the card that was the card given by your manager. That's therapy card. I wasn't sure about that but again I mean you chose life.
My
again,
boss where I work at the bank उसने एक card दिया.
Yes. And the other montages again similar where you were crying like you know जब आप पता चल जाता है okay I find that she knows now that I do not have my family alive and I was pretending all this while and then आप उसी position में जाके रोते हो जहाँ पे in the previous imagination we see you. So tell me more about this film sir. This is my favorite film and I love this film.
So Anurag Kashyap called me one day and he said there is this script. There's this guy who's from the US. He's making a film. Sayami is doing it. He wants you and we'll send you the script.
Right.
And then ये सब करने के बाद में अनुराग खुद रफू चक्कर हो गए इधर उधर. फिर हमने बनाई वो तो सब बात करके वो सब एक लड़ाई भी हुई थी बीच में हम दोनों की मतलब आर्ग्यूमेंट. So then finally we shot the film in Hyderabad and then I really liked the script and I really thought that it was very moving and then I really enjoyed in the sense it was very emotional for me to read it also towards the end like that thing when I read that scene like in the bed with the family I wept myself. Because right now I was not imagining myself, I was just reading the story. So it was very moving. And I think Raj R, who's the director and writer, he kind of adapted an already existing novel. He created that into a screenplay and sort of it's an adaptation.
Oh, I didn't.
But he wrote it very beautifully. I think the script was very moving. It has its. I mean, it's not the most perfect script. There are many things that. Maybe if you want to nitpick, you can like pick things out of it. But I think it really connects with people. Emotionally, it connects with people. So all you have to do is then just again accept the circumstances like this is what it is and then you do it. And I had a great time working with Sayami. I really like her. She's fantastic. We had a lovely time working with each other and it was the second time actually. First time we had done a short with Raj and DK. It was called Glitch. It was part of it came out during the lockdown. And this was the second time and she's like we got along really well and we spent so much time together chatting and about she's a cricket fanatic also so like I mean this is a dream come true for anybody who is a cricket thing when you have women who know about cricket as much as you do. So like you know sometimes when I'm talking about wrist positions or like you know the front foot press or back foot back and across she knows what I'm talking about and it's not like what is a front foot press. Bigger movements anyway. So then you enjoy those aspects also.
Right sir. I felt like I saw something like you have put some of your own personality to the character.
I think Preetham is for it's probably the only character. I
Yeah.
mean, there's always a little bit of you.
Yeah.
It's in everything.
Right.
But I think for Preetham, it's just like naam Preetham hai. Lekin if I was in these circumstances, how would I do it? So
Yeah.
it's probably the closest
Yes.
to me.
Yes.
I always try and create like something a little different from who I am. But here
Yes.
I think it's like, okay, it's just me in these circumstances. How would I respond if my circumstances and my reality was Preetham's reality?
Right.
So it's the closest to me.
What's the philosophy of life in
Always
yeah.
try to do what the right thing is.
Yeah.
That's it. Sometimes
Yeah.
you can. The attempt is always to try and do the right thing.
Right.
And sometimes you don't know what it is, and then you have to like figure it out. Sometimes it's easy, you know what you have to do.
Right.
And sometimes you know what's the right thing, but you can't do it due to
Right.
circumstances. So
Right.
it's just that question
Right.
that really serves me right.
Right. Do you also meditate? Like, do you?
Not really.
No, not really.
I go to sleep,
Absolutely. Also, I have one really
which
curious.
is being increasingly difficult now. I used to sleep a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, how many hours do you sleep daily?
I would sleep like at least 8-9 तो आराम से मैं सोता था मैं अभी तो मतलब 7-7:30.
So I have one question for you. Like, you are child free, and I also feel okay. I feel that's the best way to look at life, because I feel having children is a little selfish.
It is
That's
very
my
selfish.
perspective. But what?
Not having children is also selfish.
Yeah,
It's more
because I want to
selfish.
save my 20 years. That's also selfish. Because but yeah. So what are your thoughts about it? Like,
I have no thoughts.
Yeah.
I know that I don't want
Yeah.
children. I have
Yeah.
very specific reasons for that, and I
Yeah.
accept it. It's very selfish.
yeah,
Like for me to do what I want to do if I want to have the freedom,
yeah,
if I have a child, then a lot of that freedom will be taken away.
right.
If I want to like only work in projects that I'm genuinely interested in,
Correct.
that's a freedom. That's a privilege that I have.
Right.
The moment you have a child, you're thinking of the child, the future, the education, they're putting money aside and all that, and you will start working for money.
Right.
So
Right.
then it becomes about earning, not
Correct.
really enjoying the
Right.
whole process.
Right.
Earning is important. I am earning it.
Yeah.
I'll never say that it's not important.
Yeah.
But there's more pressure. So it's a very selfish reason why I don't
Correct.
that I decided not to have
Yeah.
children.
Can-
And yeah, people will say like old age में कोई चाहिए.
सब बोलते हैं सब,
नहीं,
but,
वो देख लेंगे यार क्या कुछ ना कुछ.
जिनके होते हैं, sometimes we also
Yeah,
don't.
sure,
hear.
it's
Yeah,
very valid.
yeah,
Like now my
yeah.
parents are old and I'm there and
Right.
I'm looking after them and
Right.
with all the health of things and all
Correct, sir.
stuff like that. But I'm sure that there will come a time when I'll also need this kind of thing. But maybe there are other ways that
Yes.
that we can figure things out.
Totally relate with you, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you so much, sir. One last question. Okay, if you could go back to the 8-year-old Gulshan, what would you tell him? If you could
I
have
wouldn't
to-
tell him anything.
anything,
I just probably just for nostalgia reasons, I'll probably just stand somewhere where he can't see me and I'll just observe
Yeah.
him for a while. Enjoy the innocence of childhood
Yeah.
and like just for nostalgia, because
Yes.
like all the places I used to go and be by myself and all that, वो बाहर की नजर से कैसे दिखता है वो मैं
Correct.
ऑब्जर्व करूंगा.
Correct.
मैं बात करना नहीं चाहूंगा.
If today someone is watching your work, feels seen or understood, what would you hope they take away from your performances, sir?
Nothing. I don't know.
Nothing. You have.
I'm not really doing it for people to take away anything
Right.
or something.
Right.
I like it. I enjoy it.
Right.
When you're part of a story and you're playing a character, I'm sure there are takeaways from it. But that's up to the audience. Like it's really up
Yeah.
to the audience, up to the filmmakers who have a
Right.
perspective.
Right.
So as a professional, I'm like, if I've understood the perspective of the filmmaker
Yeah.
and understood the character, then I'm communicating all of those things
Correct.
effectively. So that's just what I'm trying to do. I
So
don't,
beautiful.
I don't want to be result oriented.
Yeah.
It's hard sometimes.
Yeah.
It's really hard because
Yeah.
our whole conditioning is to focus on the result कि इससे
Yeah.
क्या
इससे
मिलेगा
क्या
क्या?
मिलेगा? हाँ.
मतलब ये प्रशंसा कितनी मिली और अच्छा भी लगता है जब पीपल आके बोलते हैं कि आपने वो अच्छा किया. जैसे आपने 8M मेट्रो के बारे में बात की, अच्छा लगता है. बट इस पे बहुत ज़्यादा ध्यान जब जाने लगता है तो वो बहुत रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेड हो जाता है. एंड देयर आर रिस्क्स ऑफ दैट.
No.
देयर आर इमोशनल. It's very tough
No.
because when you put everything and then when it doesn't work out like
Yeah.
how you expect it to, then it just, and I've seen people,
Do you feel responsible?
I've seen people suffer. I have suffered myself and I've seen people suffer so
Yeah.
badly. Yeah, you can even lose your mind and just like, be so angry, and I don't want to be that.
Thank you so much, sir. You have always chosen to be kind and honest, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, sir.
I have
It
very good
was-
script writers.
Thank you so much, sir. It was
pleasure.
nice.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much, sir.
Hi, my name is Gulshan Devaiah, and you are watching and hearing me on the comment section.